it's time.
All right, here we go.
The Cocktail Show.
Get ready to have a good time.
Let's have a good time.
This is exciting, isn't it?
Oh, I like that.
Hello, testing.
Welcome aboard the Dreamliner.
It's the only way to fly.
Wow.
I've allotted 1 hour for recreational activity. There's no time for a relevant conversation. Fun will now commence.
Cocktail Show.
Gary.
Here's a young speaker who is really in demand.
Don't let that go to your head, Gary.
But wait, there's more.
I'm the guy.
Finger gun.
Gary Meier.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to the Garry Meier Show Cocktail Hour Live.
Live.
Cocktails. Ooh, drinks.
We're streaming live at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central.
On Friday, November 15th, 2024. Exclusively on the GarrForceLIVE YouTube channel. And of course, no matter where you are, it's time for a digital mimosa. Here in my Central Florida neighborhood, I mentioned last week that my neighbors over at Magic Kingdom at the Walt Disney World Resort have already got the place all decked out for the season. And since we were last together, Disney invited me over to attend Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, an after-hour event taking place on select nights through December 20th. From 7 p.m. to midnight, partygoers can see the Frozen Holiday Surprise, Mickey's Once Upon a Time Christmas Parade, Minnie's Wonderful Christmas Time Fireworks Show, Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration, and a whole lot more. Meanwhile, back here, the only way to stream the show live is
The GarrForceLIVE YouTube channel.
YouTube. Subscribe to the GarrForceLIVE YouTube channel.
All of the past editions of the Cocktail Hour can be replayed on the GarrForceLIVE YouTube channel.
Please like and share the show on all the social media channels.
Comments during the live show, wherever we are streaming, can be seen in our virtual studio.
And we may show them on the screen
and or talk about them.
That's good. Disappeared.
Thank you for your attention.
Now, fasten your seatbelts. It's time to go wheels up on the GarrForce Live.
Live.
Here we go. On America's podcast. Boom. Shakalaka. All right, ladies and gentlemen, biatches. It's the last full moon of the year. It's a super moon. There could be some goo. It's going to get witchy. That's what we are aware of as we get ready to kick the tires and light the fires. Let's do it, Alan. There are the tires. Light them up. One more sequence is going to happen. Leslie's going to remove that condom. But before we get to that, Alan showed some of that Disney World extravaganza, and the Disney Corporation is the second biggest user of gunpowder, right next to the military. That's a fact. They use as much gunpowder as anybody else, right below the military.
That is correct, sir.
Yeah. That's how much gunpowder they use. All right, and this is a beaver moon. And Leslie, why don't we get the thing wheels up here? What are we doing? I got to get the condom off.
We can do that. So
the
gunpowder at Disney, is that if you cut line, they get to take you out back and summarily execute you? Is that how?
That's
well, you
they
remember
use
those,
gunpowder.
you remember those little signs at Great America that said line jumpers are ejected from the park? That's exactly
now
exactly
they
what
just
that's
blow
for.
you up. Somebody suggested I put on my safety glasses to do this. I concur.
You feeling it? It's got a lot of
Safety is
buoyancy.
key. Got the kitty on my lap.
Well, that's got to be removed if we can do that.
She was letting me use her tail as a mustache earlier.
Yes.
How do you do, madam? How do you do?
Okay, very nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
So here we go.
Nice poo and chew. And now the removal of the condom.
Oh, God. And she lost a whisker here. Look at that. Go whisker. Hello,
Okay.
baby. Okay.
Carpeting
got a
next to
bottle of
drapes.
Josh.
Carpeting and drapes. All right. 3,
Oh.
2. Oh. Oh, straight up and
Oh, that
over.
was a good one. Yippee!
Yeah.
What did I
we
say?
have
Fresh
liftoff.
condoms every time. That's the way to go.
That works. All right. You got the wine. I got my Manhattan.
Cheers, my
Ugh.
dears.
Now, Ryan, I sent you a picture of this weatherman illustrating what kind of evening we're in store for here. And that would be the last one of the year. And beavers become more active this time of year. Hey, nice beaver.
Yeah.
I had never heard that before. I don't know how many beavers are in your neighborhood, but why are they more active this time of year?
Gotta build a den. Gotta have things in order for for the bad weather.
Got to get the bread and milk.
It's not the last full moon, though. It's only the last super moon.
Can I also point out that
Seriously?
Yes.
I thought it was the last full moon of the year, and it's a super moon.
No, because think about it. Lunar cycles are about 28 days.
I looked it up too, so I have the right information. I looked it up.
I sent you a text before the show.
Ah, shit. I hate. Okay. Okay, we got some smoke in the cockpit, and we're going to try to work past that.
Now, before we lose this graphic, can I just point something out? In the same way that Todd Pickering wears the big earrings because that is the mandatory jewelry
dress code
for female broadcasters, or whatever gender, I don't know, whatever. But look at this guy. He is wearing the quintessential new uniform for meteorologists, male meteorologists, and that is the suit with the cross trainers down below.
Yeah, and does he have a tie on?
Pretty, I don't know. It looks like
That's
his
the other
collar
thing.
might be open.
Yeah, the consultants have told these people, okay, we need the anchors to stand by a big screen. People need to do that. And you got to lose the tie once in a while. You got to wear the athletic shoes.
Athletic shoes all the time, though. Now,
yeah, and the female anchors have to glam up as much as possible because we're trying to capture any listener we can anymore for this antiquated format we've been doing for 50, 60 years. And it's more entertainment than news, and it's just silly now.
Yeah,
it's silliness.
Well, especially when they're wearing sleeveless dresses in December. Watch for those. That it's going to happen. So.
That's the other thing they're doing a lot of. Okay, so Todd Pickering is the Puerto Rican doorbell of the show. When he says live, 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 okay, that's the Puerto Rican doorbell saying, get ready. We're going to start drinking. And the next full moon is December 15th. I thought it was the last one tonight. What's a super moon? What's the difference?
I think it has to do with how close. I think it has to do with how close it appears. The full moon is that you see the entire disk of the moon. The super moon, I know the super moons are the ones that are larger in the sky, and I think it has to do with where it is vis-a-vis the Earth in its orbit.
Okay, well,
I went to law school and not.
There
don't
you go.
have any science degrees.
We can Google it. That's what's cool about modern day America. Actually, the modern day world. You can do it even if you're sitting in Bangladesh right now. If you have Wi-Fi, you can Google it.
Hello, Bangladesh. Let's go to the door.
There we are.
There it is.
By the way, Garry,
we got the graph.
just for production purposes, who are we going to talk to first, Jenna or John?
We're going to talk to Jenna first because Jenna's got to go to work, and she's got to tend to her bar, her family bar.
And she needed to know because ice is involved, and she wants to make sure that the ice is just right. So
we're going to get to her in about 5-10 minutes. Jenna, if you're watching, and I hope you are, otherwise, where would you be? 5 to 10 minutes, and then John a little later. John is an interesting guy. I think you'll find John. Yeah. I was introduced to him by the tech advisor to the show, George Bliss. And John is one of those guys where you just want to hang out with him because he's a fun guy.
Well, on top of that, like you brought up his name and I went, for some reason, I recognize the name. I don't know if I've met this man. I don't believe I have, but he's appeared any number of times on one of the Chicago local news stations. And I use the term news loosely on WGN morning
with athletic shoes and earrings.
Yeah, exactly. And he's quite the performer as well. So
Yeah, he
there's
plays
a lot
guitar, he
going on.
builds models, but his main deal is he's in the dentistry business, and he's come up with some devices that he's patented that have been used around the world.
Well, and it turns out that those devices are ever so important to the advancement of these things, because as you regular listeners know, I'm very into earwax removal these days on YouTube, and the type of instruments they use to pull earwax out, ever evolving. I had no idea.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Some generations had the Wright brothers. We have people that are constantly advancing the removal of earwax.
Earwax and improving dental hygiene, apparently.
Yes, that's
Life
all
is
good.
good.
Oh, it is. I mean, really. And that's what the Manhattan is telling me right now. I've already taken some heavy sips and I feel pretty good. I really have decided the holiday season is here, and damn it, I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. I can't take any more of this fugazi, this woozy.
ChristmasTreeTime.com.
Yes.
Embrace it.
I'm going to. Let's go to the screen door, Leslie, see who's checked in. And I'm assuming that it's the regulars and some new people, maybe.
Well,
with, who?
Well, we've got a new software issue, and that's if you decide to start commenting before the show actually starts, things disappear. Hopefully somebody was able to grab Keely Ann, because
well, Garry needs his reading glasses, because we have it
here
in
we
another
go.
window.
You're going to shrink it. You're going to shrink it up.
Well, we have it in the tiny window. Let's see, add to stage. There it is.
Hold me closer, tiny window.
All of this post-election bullshit has me more worried than the pre-election crap. I hug my emotional support schnauzer tighter and tighter each day.
That's all you should do. I mean, really, I was thinking about this. When you walk outside in the evening, look up in the sky, the universe doesn't care.
No.
We're really just here for a little time. What are we doing? Enjoy
By the way,
it.
evening is starting around 2:30.
Exactly. Right. You wake up, and then 20 minutes later, it's dark again. Okay. Who else is on the tiny print?
Brian Sheridan says, love my Manhattan and my bidet, just not at the same time. Cheers, GarrForce. Cheers, Brian. Brian, of course,
Cheers, Brian.
The bass player for Oh Yes, and he's also a member of Bon Journeyed, and we'll be giving away a Bon Journey t-shirt later on in the show.
Yeah, those guys are excellent on all levels.
So there you go.
All right. You want to read the small print, Leslie? Because
I mean, my eyes aren't much better. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Oh, wait, that's from us. Never mind. Keelyham, we all love you and your schnauzer. Thanks for checking in first each week. Sammy Woitus says, checking in. Hello from Mundelein. By the way, Sammy, she was last week's winner, and prize should be arriving tomorrow.
I can see David R's. You scrolled past it, Ellen. He's talking about the schnauzer here. Keep it warm and happy as the winter snow arrives. Hello from Oakland, Illinois. All right. Thank you, David. And who else? I see
Charles Truck from WRLR is there on the top.
WRLR.
Greg, that's so wrong.
What?
So Dave Coulier has cancer. He should have cut it out, which was his key phrase from Full House.
That was his
That's
catchphrase.
really funny and cruel at the same time. Yes,
that's what we do here. Funny and cruel.
I think he
Wasn't that
like do the cut it out thing?
Cut it out. Wasn't that the morning show? Funny and Cruel. Wasn't that the morning show we worked on?
Funny and Cruel, yeah.
Yeah.
And in typical fashion, they were very, very popular. And had to fire them. That's what happens.
Lloydster, Gomez Adams is a guest. Okay, stop it. John is a handsome man, and we're going to talk to him. And you're already getting weird on me here. What?
Who else?
What? Who else?
Happy Friday from Iowa. Hello, Mark from Iowa.
And then Norm from Chemung, Harvard. Is that two separate towns, or what is that?
I don't know.
I thought it was China.
I really, oddly, I've never heard of Chemung, but it sounds
Okay.
delicious.
It
I would
really-
like a full plate of that and some dumplings, please.
All right. And can you read Greg from Decula, Georgia?
Checking in from Decula, just letting everybody know, due to events of the previous year, I will not be acknowledging nor celebrating the anniversary of my birth. Oh, Greg, come on. Which
Okay.
kind of sounds like you're maybe fishing for some birthday greetings. When is his birthday? Is it today? If so, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And this is the birthday weekend for our own Ryan Corkran, whose birthday will be Sunday. And we wish him a happy birthday in advance. We'll talk to him in a few minutes.
He's turning what, like 30 this year, right?
Yeah, really.
He's finally of age. He can like log on to Pornhub, which actually was a large discussion in our green room today.
Okay, let me
Well,
acknowledge.
we believe that that's what's causing Gary's buffering, because
Okay.
you know, that's
We
the
wanted
only
him-
now that he's plugged into the hard line, that's the only explanation we can come up with.
I don't have any buffering going on. I got new equipment. Norm,
And you logged
Chung.
off of Pornhub and
I did.
OnlyFans,
I did before
so
the
that's
show.
cool.
If folks have seen Gary buffer so far, put hashtag buffering in the
Okay.
comments.
Township of Harvard. That's Chi-Chung.
Oh, okay.
I did an opening for one of the premium shows. I didn't know this before Ryan sent me this story. There are a number of states in this country where you cannot get Pornhub. It is banned in about 14 states.
There. That's where it all works itself out.
Yeah.
If you really are just committed to your Pornhub, time to load up the Conestoga wagon and head someplace where it is.
All right. Pete and Tundra Blitz and Sandy just boarded. Hashtag buffering from Lloydster. Buffing it. Scott.
So wait, are we going to end up having to make hashtag buffering our giveaway?
It looks like it.
No, we don't have to do that.
Okay.
I don't know
We
what else
could,
to
though.
do. I got
What
all
the
new
hell?
equipment. I don't know what to do.
Let's do it just for the sake of. We never set up our prize giveaway early in the show, and we've been waiting too long, I think, sometimes. So let's get everybody in on this. Hashtag buffering. If you've won recently, please sit on your hands, as my teacher would say, and let somebody else win for a
Now, did he
change.
say to sit on his hands?
No, it was generally female teachers, and it was because I tended to be that kid who
Yeah.
was always doing this in class. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Ooh, I know.
Yeah, and Leslie, sit on your hands. Hashtag blubbering. Okay, Sandy.
All right. What are you giving away? You want to do that early?
I can. So I mentioned that we will have a Bon Journey t-shirt, and it is a very stylish one at that.
Mhm.
Thanks to Tracy from Wisconsin, the big prize of late is the this limited edition Slinkies. Now, they're not limited edition necessarily. They are to this show because we only have, I think, one or two more to give away. Let's see here. Oh, our friends at Buddy Bear Car Wash have provided us with dash wipes and static cloths. And let's see.
I like that stuff a lot.
Tracy from Wisconsin, also our ball liquor mama. She's the one who provides ball liquors for the show, as well as bendables. Ooh, we're still giving away skeletons because we had them left over from Halloween. So there you go.
Okay.
Let's see what else. I think this was from Scott's Vintage Antiques and Collectibles, or it might have been from Greg. Oh, no, I think it might have been from Greg. And that is chocolate covered pretzel air fresheners for your car. I don't know. Anyway, friends from Oh Yes also provide us with bracelets and guitar picks. Scott from Scott's Vintage Antiques and Collectibles gives us fortune-telling fish. And look at this. What a slice of Chicago history. It's a coin from Riverview Amusement Park.
Wow. I remember that.
That's a
the last
class-
time I was at Riverview, it got torn down in the late 60s I was standing in line for a roller coaster, and I had this odd sensation in my pockets, and I turned around, and the guy behind me, the kid behind me, had put his hands in my pockets trying to steal whatever was in my pockets. And then the park closed shortly thereafter.
Could be why my parents never let me go
Yeah.
there. Go figure.
It was the whole park was completely politically incorrect. The whole park, everything they had, freak show, African dip. Before you entered the park, they had a grate, and a guy was hidden off to the side. And if a woman had a dress on, when a woman stepped on that grate, he'd hit a button and it would blow her dress up. Imagine. I mean, this is but I kind of miss
like
the
Marilyn
unwoke days.
Monroe. But
Yes, I miss. We're too woke now. Can't we go back a little bit?
And let's face it, back then the girls were wearing granny panties, which
Yeah, what
probably
are you
is
gonna
more
see?
clothing than a lot of people wear out these days.
Right.
We got cubes. We got disco cubes. They are not ice cubes, but they will make your drink look really awesome. Alan Delinka has provided us with refrigerator magnets, and the prize that started it all, your very own wine condom.
Right.
Dang it.
That's
Hashtag
good.
buffering.
Yeah,
Do it.
let's just meet it head on.
There you
I'm not
go.
gonna fight it. I got all the new equipment. I'm fine, I think. Jenna, I think you've had enough of whatever this has been so far, and you're ready to rock.
Oh, you guys make me laugh. I had to like mute my microphone a few times because I was laughing so hard. And I don't know, Garry, maybe I just know you so well at this point, but your face really says a lot without you saying it. Like your closed captions are like really loud sometimes, even though the volume's off.
Well, I try. You were telling us before we went live, you went to a comedy show
Yes.
the other day, and the comedian was talking about how he was in a state where they banned Pornhub. Why don't you set that up for us?
Yeah. So I went and saw Nate Jackson this past Saturday. He's a funny comedian, black guy on TikTok. He has like 3.5 million followers. And one of the opening acts for him talked about how when he was on the road, you know, you're traveling, they're long days. So you finally get to your hotel. And he's like, and I just wanted to unwind a little bit. And I had no one to unwind with. I just had me. And he goes, you know, so I went on my phone and went to a certain website and I couldn't get in. And what had popped up was one of the porn stars basically saying you are in a state that does not allow this website to exist. If you would like this to change, please contact your local legislator.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I didn't know that before Ryan sent me that story and I used it for my opening. I didn't know there were a number of states that banned Pornhub. I thought this is America. Everything is free. We're free.
You know, there are just certain things I just like don't need to know. And that was one of them. And the fact that I now have that tidbit of useless knowledge in my back pocket is well, it is what it is, you know?
So if you're in one of the states that has Pornhub, consider yourself, I guess, lucky.
Well, bring your VHS tapes with you on vacation. That's
Right.
what it.
Do people still have those?
That's back in the old timey days. That's how people got their pornography. Doggone it.
Oh, sweet Lord. Oh,
So how have you been, Jenna? Everything good?
Yeah, you know, I'm 6 feet above ground, so I think that's a pretty good start. And yeah, we got that. What else? There's a fight. Oh, I said, you know, the one thing I really must be a sadist because I'm going to the Bears game this week, and I got invited. I'm going for free, so that's the only reason why I'm going. But a friend reached out to me and she was like, "What are you doing Sunday?" And I said, "I'll probably cry because the Bears have to play the Packers." Why? She's like, "Do you want to go to the game?"
This is a historic rivalry, and as happens, the Bears' wheels have come off once again as they head into their first game of the season with the Packers, and it's almost a mercy kill that's going to happen, where they're going to have to call the game because they're not going to let this quarterback of the Bears, who's shiny, get pummeled. Are they?
A rivalry consists of like two opponents going at each other. There's one opponent on the field. Is the reality of the situation. Listen, I'm not saying anything that's not true. Like, this is very true. It's very sad. I did have a weird dream, though, that I have a feeling this is going to come to fruition. And if this does, you heard it here first. And it was the day that we lost to the Commanders and the Hail Mary play that, everyone heard, which was like, again, the most heartbreaking thing of all time. But I had a dream that Caleb Williams was in orange, like that Bears orange. And the person that was talking to him and kind of like yelling at him like a coach was Bill Belichick.
Oh, so you're of the get Bill Belichick to coach this team.
I'm of the, can we get someone who's qualified to coach this team? There's a man who's available who's won 6 Super Bowls. And yes, he might be a tyrant, but he did it and he got the job done. And you are literally the laughing stock of the NFL. Like you're about to take the place of the Carolina Panthers, which is pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
And Bill is dating a woman who's, I think, 50 years younger than he is.
Yeah, she's like
Have
23.
you seen this story?
Oh yeah. Listen, you know, I guess love is blind.
But it's all love. I mean, it has nothing to do with money or status. I'm sure they have so much in common. Let's not assume.
As you stroke the cat's tail.
Yeah.
Listen, I as someone who is painfully single, I won't even comment on it because, maybe when they're old and withering is where it's at. I don't know.
Okay.
And if their checkbook is really big, helps.
I bet that helps too. I bet that doesn't hurt the cause. Let's be real.
What drink do you have this month, Jenna?
Well, it's getting cold out, which is strange, but I was in the mood for a Manhattan, Gary, but I'm doing a maple Manhattan. So a little bit sweeter, definitely for the season.
You said it's getting cold out, which is weird. Why is it weird? It's November. I know most of the country has been unusually warm, and it's going to turn. Is that what you're saying?
No, I think it's just it's weird that like I feel like we had a really long summer, like it was like it would tiptoe it. I don't know, but we're making this drink. So first thing is take a little glass. You want a nice big ice cube. Put that off to the side. We're gonna pour it in there, and then you're gonna take like a beaker, like you're a science experiment, and we're gonna start cooking. All right. So we'll take some maple syrup, whatever maple syrup you have, and we're only gonna do 1/2 ounce. So again, we always start from non-alcohol to alcohol. Pour it in. I know it looks weird, but just trust the process, guys. I know it looks thick, but it's gonna be fine. Okay. Next, we're going to take
be good.
Yeah, little sweet vermouth, and we're gonna do 1/2 ounce of that. This is like my OCD really talking, but always use the side that you use the syrup in. That way, like the rest of the syrup gets like dumped out. And then just, so then you like have a clean jigger at the end of the day and nothing's like hanging out in there that doesn't need to be hanging out. Take your whiskey of choice. I have a Traveler whiskey, and we're going to do 2 ounces of this guy. Oh, it smells so good. It's like whiskey season too, just like warms the soul. Just warms the soul.
Isn't it always whiskey season?
Really? Yes. Twist, Jenna, Leslie, twist my liver.
Yes.
Because you can wring it out that way and start all over again.
It's always Manhattan season.
And then you're going to take some bitters and just do 2 dashes in there. And then we're going to add some ice. Okay. I did look this up because I wasn't sure what to do, but we actually stir a Manhattan. We don't shake them. Now, obviously, a great piece of advice someone told me was just, you can follow the books, but like drink the way you want to drink and enjoy the way you want to enjoy it. But the reason why we stir it instead of shaking it is if you shake it, you end up diluting the liquor, where this way it ends up just helping get the liquor a little colder instead of diluting it down. And we don't want to do that.
Okay.
We don't want to do that at all.
I'll bet you that tastes great because I love maple syrup, and in my Manhattan and autumnal as it is.
Right. Where can we put it? There we go. Okay. And then we're going to pour in. Wow.
Look at that pour. That's so pretty.
So professional.
So sexy. And then, Gary, your favorite.
Luxardo.
Oh my God. If I can get it. There we go. I got it. All right. And then we're going to take just one little cherry. Pour on in. These are like, I hide these cherries from people when they come over.
Because they cost $1,000 a piece, right?
It's like 20 bucks a jar.
Yeah, really. Welcome to November. You're going to watch the fight tonight, you were telling us.
Yes, we'll see how pathetic that's going to be. So
it's Mike Tyson versus
Jake Paul, who was
who-
he was like
Ultimate
a
Fighter.
YouTube, Ultimate Fighter, but like he was a part of the like YouTube era, and he did YouTube and then started doing this. And I mean, I almost feel like it's Mark Zuckerberg. Is that his name? Who's the Facebook guy?
Who is doing judo these days?
Yes,
or taekwondo
yes.
or whatever.
But like they're making millions of dollars off of this. So like, yeah,
nobody's going to get killed. Isn't there a script? Something came out today about this. I know it's hard to believe, but this might be scripted to some degree. So
my
What do you mean?
my dad heard on the radio that it apparently is in Mike Tyson's contract that he is not allowed to knock out Jake Paul. So slightly scripted-ish, but like I also don't. I mean, let's be real. This is pure entertainment. Like this is what this is. It's pure entertainment. It's way. You know what I just thought about? Like, I wonder if like Netflix can handle it. Like they obviously can, but like the last time they did something live like this was the Tom Brady roast. Like, are they going to be able to like withstand it? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it started yesterday with a slap. It started out with a kiss. It was but yeah, so Mike just walked up in a Speedo, really, and just
it was
slapped.
So weird.
Jake. So anything can happen. I think it was also in his contract that he wasn't supposed to chew somebody's ear off, and yet he did. And now he makes pot gummies in the shape of ears. So he's going to make it work.
Have we heard how much Tyson is going to make on this? That's always the story. How much money these guys make.
I have not
heard. If any of you commenting know,
it's got to be in the millions, is my guess. Like easily a few million.
A few, yeah. I would imagine it's a lot.
Let's see.
How old is Mike Tyson?
56, 57, something like that.
And how old is his opponent?
Much younger.
Payout. Let's see.
All right. Well, cheers.
Cheers. According to CBS, it says the undisclosed purchase is estimated by some to be as high as 80 million.
Yeah.
I'd take a punch for that.
Exactly.
I'd take 2 punches for that. 58 is
as
what
I said,
Tyson is.
I'd let police break into my home if I'm naked for $2 million, which that woman had happened, and she got that. She got that award. Yeah, I'll take that. I have standards.
Well, we
Good
all
for
have
you,
our
Garry.
price, is what it turns out. And would he have to break my jaw, or could he just like how about a slap for 500 grand? I would take that.
Yeah.
We have a menu, and just pick one, and we'll do it.
And it's totally
Yes,
a la
we should-
carte.
You should make a poll and ask everyone, like, what would you be most willing to like? What
is
just
your
like what would
price?
you pay? Yeah, what's your price point for like getting knocked out
Ooh, a knockout. That's
or a
gonna
punch?
cost
I don't
more.
know. That would cost more, but like that's that'd be a fun little.
Well,
Where's everyone's dollar amount at?
But here's the thing: don't f with my money.
Right.
I know.
Don't touch
right?
my money maker. This is golden.
So if you punched me in the stomach, that you'd probably like rupture something, and I could die. So I don't know. This is complicated.
Okay.
would hurt.
Well, Jenna's going to be at her family's bar on the south side of Chicago, which is what? What's the name of the bar?
Shinnick's Pub, right by White Sox Park. The saddest baseball team in history. So
Yeah. She's going to the saddest
Literally.
football team on Sunday. It's all
I know.
sad. Just sad.
I just love losers. Apparently, like I just have a soft spot for losers. It's really sad.
Okay. Well, thanks, Jenna. And we'll see you in December. Wow, that's going to be holiday time, huh?
Crazy. I don't even
Yeah.
know how that happened. I'm
I
gonna
know.
keep drinking this. This is really good. I forgot how good this is. I haven't had this in so long. My.
Where did you get that recipe? Is that an original?
That's an original. Yeah. I like to try to take like classics and make them seasonal or twist them in like small ways. And I mean, who doesn't love maple syrup?
That is
Was
a
kind of my
perfect
thought with
combo.
this.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you and cheers. Happy Thanksgiving.
Cheers. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Jenna Duddleston. Every month she's on the program with that special drink she puts together. Always good.
She's a trooper.
She
love
is.
Jenna.
She's good. She's good people. Okay, where are we in the program, Leslie? 'Cause I
Wherever
know-
you want to be, because
where I am,
it's called the Garry Meier Show.
I know,
GarrForce
but
Live.
I'm halfway.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, then hashtag buffering if you want to get in on the win. But maybe we should talk to John before
You want
it
to talk to
gets
John?
too late. Yes.
Yes, we should. John Koziol is the other guest on the program. Hey, John.
Hey, how you doing? Are you there?
You're muted, Johnny.
He's muted. Look at the
This is
button on the bottom. It says
We were going through this sequence before we went on, and we were having some audio problems with John because it's a supermoon. There's going to be
Still
some
not hearing you.
hiccups.
Dang it, man. We had it and we
We
lost
had it, and now we lost it.
Are you there, John? Testing, 1, 2. Doggone it.
Alan, what do you think?
I think he just dropped out of the studio, so he hopefully is going to check his settings.
And he did that thing. What's this button do?
Yeah,
and there it goes.
Whenever somebody disconnects me, I say the red one hangs up.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get him back on and talk to him about his interesting life. And
Ryan says he's on WGN Morning Show from time to time. And
yeah, they
that's where
have
I
him
first saw him.
performing his guitar work on that show. And if we can get him back, maybe he'll play a little guitar.
In the meantime, maybe we should talk to the pre-birthday boy.
Yes. Ryan, are you there?
I am. How are you?
Yay!
And his audio is working. Happy pre-birthday. Sunday is your
Thank
birthday.
you. It is. It is.
And you're hankering to go to a supper club in Wisconsin.
I am. So none of my family doesn't want to drive the hour and 20 minutes on my birthday to this place. So I'm going to go by myself on Sunday.
Oh my God. Don't eat.
There it is.
Okay. This is now depressing the bejesus out of me. Here's Ryan on his birthday sitting at this supper club. Hi, everybody. It's my birthday. Anybody want to join me for a drink?
He doesn't drink, so he's just having a Coca-Cola and
Now,
so
why
that's
did you
my
pick
plan
this-
on Sundays to do.
Okay, why did you pick this supper club an hour and a half from your house?
Because it has a 15-foot salad bar. We saw it on a polka channel. They were an advertiser on Polka that comes on Saturday night. And we stumbled upon that, and it has a 15-foot salad bar. So why wouldn't I go? And why wouldn't my family drive the hour and 20 minutes with me? Damn it.
And what was their reason for not wanting to go?
They just don't want to drive the hour and 20 minutes.
Well, now when I hear it this way and I look at Ryan, seriously, he's turning 82, I think is what's happening here.
It's a 15-foot salad bar.
Yeah,
I think he's
that
turning
survived
19.
COVID.
He's turning 1982.
Yes.
Oh, Ryan, I wish I could join you. I would, and go down that salad bar.
So it's been quite the week. Besides that, I was traveling. That's why I missed the show last week to my Florida with my parents, and then a little stop in South Carolina that I ended up buying a vehicle and then driving that home for 15 hours.
Hey, Ryan, do they have Pornhub in South Carolina?
They do not. I did not test it, but they do not.
Wait, you came up with that answer pretty quick.
Yes.
Okay.
You sent us a picture. You texted us a picture of driving this marathon drive, and you were listening to the GarrForce, and we recommend this, where show after show after show really makes the drive go quicker,
it
right?
does. It does. And I had them loaded up, and I finally figured out all the technology in the car. And the other thing, it said after 2 hours, it would say, "You need to stop. Do you need a break?" And I'm going, no, thank you.
I'm very good. I'm
And then
listening
the
to the
navigation,
GarrForce.
every time you go into a new state, it'd say, "Welcome to Illinois." And I said, "Thank you." So I was pretty delirious
Really?
talking to the car.
Do you, I honestly, anytime I talk to, her, like my computer, I always say please and thank you because at some point when they control the robot dogs with machine guns on their back, I want to be one where they go, oh, you know what? She was always so polite to us. Let's spare her for now.
Okay. I think when what I'll remember from this program when Leslie went, when I talked to her down here. Okay. Yes, when I talk,
that's Lumi. My iPad. Lumi. It's my iPad.
Yeah, when I talk to him down here, yeah, it's very one on. Yeah.
Or my kitty. It's my I was talking to my kitty.
Yeah, okay. Take it off your lap and let's talk.
The other good news in Wisconsin is gas is cheap, so I got it for $2.49 today. So I have.
I never thought I'd see a 2 in that first slot.
Stick that up.
Here we are.
I have another. There's $2.49.
That's at Costco.
No, that's a Quick Trip.
Quick Trip.
Yep.
And is that a membership thing? Is that a membership?
No.
That's the price for everyone. Oh, cool.
Yep. And then I went to a different gas station to get something else, and they have that on the thing.
What does that say?
It says due to the full moon this weekend, do not ride the gas nozzle or do a peck twist at the pump.
What's the peck twist?
It's down
What
there.
The hell is that? Why would they post that?
I don't know. It was all over the gas stations. Now, this wasn't Quick Trip. This was another gas station in the area. I have no idea. And this one was on the ground. I mean, it looked like someone stepped on it. I had no idea.
And then you texted me and you said some guy asked you if you know who Helen Mirren is. And if you do, what was he asking you to do?
He wanted me to help him start his Coupe de Ville because he said his ex-wife put put sugar in the gas tank. And he had to do something in the back. And I had to do something in the front, turn the key. And this was at Jimmy John's. So...
Oh my God. What is the cologne? You need to change your cologne or something.
Seriously. There is something that just attracts.
And the other scary thing I've never done is pulled over at a truck stop or one of those big gas stations and went to sleep. And I did that on the way home. And, that's pretty scary. Leave the car running, fall asleep, lock the doors. And, you wake up and it's like, what's going on? But I was
leave the car running?
Yeah.
Yeah. That doesn't seem safe.
That doesn't seem like a good idea at all.
So I did it and I survived. But I told Jamie, I said, call me in 20 minutes. I don't want to sleep here for 3 hours. She never called me.
Okay.
Did I tell you
not going to the supper club?
Hey, did I tell you she's not going to the supper club with me?
No, not too many times.
Did I tell you that?
Ryan, if you want to not get bitch slapped after the show, you might want to stop now.
Because he also texted us because he's got an inkling about what he's getting as a birthday gift.
Oh, because my son can't keep secrets. Hank can't keep secrets. He said, "Hey, Dad, Mom bought you some underwear and T-shirts at Target a few weeks back. That's what you're getting for your birthday." And I thought, great. That's what I got for Christmas.
Oh, Ryan, stop now or just get
he's
ready.
He's going to be sleeping. Wait. Whatever he's doing in terms of sleeping in that car, get used to it.
Yes.
Yeah. With the engine on.
Your life,
yes, with the engine on and the hose in the window. Yes.
Yeah, don't.
Cindy wants to know how long you've been married.
How long have I been married? 13. No. 13 years. 13 years.
Okay. And so this is your second marriage?
It is my second marriage.
Okay. And
maybe I'll be on my third here pretty quick.
Ryan. Okay. Watch it.
Golly.
And he doesn't drink.
I'm going to drink for the both of us now. Yeah.
Right. He doesn't drink coffee either, which I don't know how people don't drink coffee. And in the morning he has orange juice. I don't know how that's
I had to drink a lot of caffeine to get home that night too. So
did you ever drink? Because you tried it and didn't like it?
Didn't like it. I mean,
really?
I used the beer. I didn't like the taste. And
okay, I understand beer, but try this.
Did you ever try cigarettes?
No.
Meth?
Pot?
No, I never tried meth or pot. No.
Well, let's not go down the
heroin?
line right. Heroin, yeah, exactly. Well, I did.
Well, heroin.
Heroin. Oh, I did that when I was
cocaine,
young.
anything, mushrooms, nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
Clean living. What's that like?
I really. Like that. Tell us what it's like, because I'm never going to experience it.
I can't wait to hear.
I'm sure it's fascinating.
Yes. So That's I do have a
Really?
Blue, says Mike.
This is the only thing that's keeping me from completely blowing my brains out. I mean, really, come on. God invented this for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, the whole world is crazy. How do you calm down?
This was Grace's line.
You're going to, okay, I'm going to think about you Sunday. You're at the supper club by yourself, going through the 15-foot buffet, piled
Which
high.
somebody said doesn't seem that long when you really think about a 15. I mean, figure the salad bowl's going to take up a good 2.5 feet right there.
And then you're sitting there by yourself eating, I don't know what, everything's fried.
His feelings, he's going to be just eating his pain and his feelings.
Right, right. Oh, good. And I have an 1.5-hour drive back home.
Happy birthday to me.
Oh, my God. We have hit the super moon. Hello, Mr. Letterman. Hello. Oh my God. What has happened? Everything is going.
Well, you
okay.
finished your drink, so you're going to have to get one of your minions.
And it's not even the
to
top of the
refill
hour.
you.
No, I got a few more sips.
We still got to get John.
He's
Is
still
John there?
Alan, is John back?
No.
Well, right now his icon is in the green room and it says devices not connected.
Not connected.
Oh, wait. I'm seeing a picture. We're getting something here.
Okay.
If I were on camera, I'd put my finger up on my ear and say we're getting a signal.
Here we go.
Back in the saddle.
John.
I can hear him too.
We got it.
Oh my God, John.
Skippy.
Well, you use the facility. What can I say?
All right. John is in the dentistry business, and John came up with some new technology for what? Root canals?
Well, in my opinion, I'm not a root canal guy. I rather just take the tooth out, and we make a little temporary, actually, just like this here. We make this in the meantime, and then see there would be the implant. Then we place the implant in there, and then we wait. We have to wait actually 3 months until you have the tooth taken out. We have to let it heal. And then we I make a surgical stent, and a surgical stent looks like this. Sort of, it has the holes in there to show the oral surgeon exactly where to place the implant. It's a guide and a positioning guide and a leveling guide. So he knows exactly where to put that implant. Then we put the implant in, we let it osseointegrate for about 3 months or so. And then you come to us, and then we make this big, beautiful zirconium crown like I have. In my mouth, I made them 22 years ago. The guys from U of I, Dr. Kumamoto, has that in his mouth. Oh, are you there?
Wait,
Am I
John has gone dark.
We still hear him, but
we can still hear you.
His camera.
I've gone to the dark side.
Where's your camera, John? This is that super moon.
It just went out.
That's the super moon doing what it does.
The super moon. It must be all the radioactivity. Who knows what's going on? Oh, let's see.
What happened there, Alan?
I don't know. I'm here. I'm here.
We got smoke in the cockpit.
We got smoke in the cockpit. Time to bail out.
Ah, damn. I was just getting into the root canal. Now, John has come up with new technology. You came up with this new way to do root canals, right? You've patented this different.
Well, we actually don't do the root canal. We actually take the tooth out, and then we replace it with an implant. And that's, in my opinion, that's the best way to go. That's the best way to go.
Is it cheaper than a traditional root canal? I've had root canals done, and they're expensive. Now he's gone altogether. Okay. Well, this is the see.
So I've been hearing that maybe like we experienced with childbirth back in the day, that there were too many cesarean sections being done, that maybe some of these root canals weren't necessarily the best course of action. So here he's offering an alternative, and that's what we need, is just more choices, don't you
choices think? Yes, because really, if you've had a root canal done, it's not cheap. And
is it painful too, or
well, modern dentistry, I can't imagine living 100 years ago where these people went through hell for everything. The last one I had done was easy peasy. I mean, they've really streamlined it, but it wasn't the technique that John is using. And now that I know John, I'm going to go with him, whatever he's doing. I'm
whatever
having
whatever
he's
he's
having,
I want.
I'm taking
it.
Exactly. You know, I wanted to talk to him because he plays the guitar. He's built these models of submarines and things from scratch. He's an interesting guy, but technically we've got some goofiness here.
Right. And whatever happens, we're going to have John back on
Yeah,
the show.
we'll get it fixed. And I want to talk to him some more.
Because, you know, you talk about having lived years ago, what this would have looked like years ago. I knocked my teeth out when I was 11. And it was a startling moment. I had been concussed. I had a bicycle accident. And the only clarity I had of that day was looking in a mirror and realizing that most of the front of my face had been knocked out. And also realizing, wait, those were my adult teeth and they're never growing back. So here's always been my dream. Can they come up with a way to grow a third set of teeth? I know sharks can do it.
Well, that would be the perfect thing because we lose our baby teeth. We get that new set of teeth. And then at 50, we should lose those teeth and get a new set of teeth. And then the cycle would be complete.
That's what I'm saying. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yes. Why doesn't the creator or whatever you believe in do that for us? Throw us a bone. Please.
David says that explains a lot less. Yes, I was concussed and I've remained so for the last couple decades since. So yay. Yeah, there you go. Good idea for Shark Tank. Sharks.
And
I figured out a way to grow a third set of teeth for people.
We'll get John back. I want to get John back because I want to show some of this stuff that he builds, these models he builds from scratch. It's pretty impressive. And he plays guitar and he's just a fun guy. Don't you want to be around fun people right now? I do.
And that's what I've seen him actually perform. And his music is really enjoyable. So doggone it.
I'm here.
Yay, John's back.
John,
I'm back.
Yay!
Hey, before we lose you again, I want to acknowledge your sister's a big fan from way back. What's her name?
Laura Conley.
Okay.
Hi, Laura.
Yeah,
Hello.
she's not here right now, but she's watching the show.
Yeah.
And I know that she said that she called you one time and you said, "Oh, hi, Laura from work." Because she said, "Oh, I'm Laura from work." I don't know if you remember that. It's probably 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to see you guys. I'm finally using my phone and I get to see you. You see all the guitars. And
Yeah. So you've gotten into the guitar thing a lot and you build models. And now, Alan, we have some pictures of the stuff that you've built. And all of these things have been built from scratch. These aren't kits, right, John?
Well, some of them start off as kits, but then I took the parts and I duplicated them with silicone duplicating material, and I casted them out of nickel chrome, which is 164,000 psi. And then NASA called me about my precision castings, and they had me bid on some jobs for NASA. Yeah, that's the sub my dad built. Now that was not a kit. That's scratch built. He started that project probably, gosh, I'd say 50 years ago, and it's on my fireplace downstairs. So that's the Type 9 U505 at the Museum of Science and Industry. It's 900 tons, and we actually did a lot of seminars for the Museum of Science and Industry with Bob Coffin. He was the mayor of Long Grove. And he was the guy that moved the sub in 1956 across Lakeshore Drive to get it to the museum. And
he's the guy, Robert Parker Coffin. They got a road named after him and a covered bridge and all that. Oh,
that's right. He was the mayor of Long Grove, and really a great guy. But he was about 100 years old when we did those seminars. They're on Facebook under U505 Task Force. And he was a remarkable guy. I mean, the guy could out-talk me a million times over. The guy was so incredible. And
I've been in that U505. It's at, as you mentioned, the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago. And it used to be outside, but now it's enclosed. They brought it inside. Right. And I went into the submarine and, oh, my God, the beds are 4 feet long. I mean, it's so claustrophobic. It's freaky.
Well, that was the bigger sub that they used, and they used to patrol right around the Gulf of Mexico with that sub. That's the one my dad built, and it's 900 tons. Now, the one from, you probably saw that movie, U-571 and Das Boot. Now, that was a Type 7 submarine. That was only 700 tons. So that was a lot smaller, and our sub was a Gato class sub, and ours were 1,300 tons. So they were a palace compared to the German subs. But they're very effective, though, very effective.
And you have airplanes that you built, and
yes.
I was looking at a picture that our mutual friend George sent, and you had it enclosed in a glass case, and on the top you had "Do not touch," and I'm thinking it's in your own house. You're
many people come over. I mean,
you're by yourself. Who's touching this?
Oh no, everybody comes over. I always have parties. I do a New Year's thing. Yeah, that's the B-17. Now we casted all those engines out of nickel chrome, so that melts at 2,700 degrees at the drop of a hat, right when you hit it with a 750 million BTU torch, which I have. But we weigh all the wax patterns first before we cast them, and then I know exactly how much metal to use. So we casted them. My mom actually bought me that model a long time ago, but we casted the cowlings, we casted the engines, and each propeller had to be cast separately in a centrifuge cast. So it took, you can't imagine the amount of hours
I can.
took to make that.
Wow.
That's the B-17. Yeah, we got lights inside, and it is the newer Memphis Bell. So it's a B-17G, and it has the 50 caliber gun turrets under there. But the B-17, it carried about 4,000 pounds of bombs, which was a good payload. But the Mosquito bomber actually carried the same amount. And that's that other model I had George take some pictures of. But that plane went 400 knots, and it was made out of plywood. Yeah, that's one of the engines from the B-17. And then I casted the fins out of copper and brass on that. So it's, yeah, you guys should come over. We usually do a New Year's party, and we do and that's the Tempest engine. That was a 24 cylinder. We actually have a motor in that engine. I've got about $18,000 into just casting that engine, and we did it for promotion, but I mean, we just stopped doing it because it was just too darn expensive, because I have so many parts in that, and the Merlins are the ones that, if you see the picture back here, I could show you.
Can we put them on full screen, Alan?
Yeah, that engine there, that's the one Mike Kaplan, my buddy from, he was on Fox 32 now. He actually took that picture, did a beautiful job. We actually did his teeth too. He's a great guy. We love him.
John, can you rotate your phones, and we'll see that better.
There we are.
Yeah, that's the engine. Now that's the Mosquito. That's the Mosquito Rolls-Royce Merlin engine, and you can see how accurate the castings are. Rolls-Royce actually came out on that. It's 1/24th scale, but that's the picture that I put on eBay years ago, and all of a sudden a guy from NASA called me, and he says, and I thought it was a joke. He said, "Oh, how did you do this?" And then I got an email, and it said NASA from it, and it was actually from the Smithsonian. So they had us bid on some parts for the Smithsonian museum, which was really great. So I love
your other love is playing the guitar. You have a lot of guitars at your house.
Yeah, we just picked this one up today.
John, could you rotate your phone sideways?
He wants you to go so it's horizontal.
Upside down.
There we go. No, go ahead.
No, I don't think it's gonna work. No, leave it the way it is for now.
Yeah, so this guitar, just got it today from Music Gallery in Highland Park, and Pete Flynn set it up for me. It actually has a solid rosewood neck, and that's what George Harrison played in the Beatles. And the rosewood neck, I just love it. I went to a guitar show. I need to stay out of guitar shows because I keep donating all my Stratocasters to Saving Tiny Hearts. We donated two Fender Hendrix Stratocasters, and this is actually another Hendrix Stratocaster. It's the Monterey paint scheme, which Jimi Hendrix painted himself. And then during that Monterey show, he played Wild Thing and Strangers in the Night and put lighter fluid on the guitar and lit it on fire.
Now, may I ask, is there a connection between the guitar and the teeth above it?
No, I just put that up there for advertising. Always be.
Oh,
Always be
I'm like,
advertising.
and these are the teeth of the guy
This is
who is known for.
Yeah.
Are those Jimi Hendrix teeth?
I used to play the guitar with them, and it probably broke a few teeth doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, really.
And this
Wow.
guitar I made in high school. This is a copy of a BC Rich. BJ Welling and I made this in high school, which is really great. And this is the creme of the creme. This is the Gibson Carina Flying V, which probably the most.
Push the camera down a little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the best of the best. It's very light guitar. And this is actually Joe Bonamassa' Strat, because I had a couple of his guitars and he saw the stuff on WGN, and I complained that I didn't have the strap in the guitar case. And he said, hey, you know what? I love them. I'll send him my strap. So he sent me a strap. And then this is the 1969 Marshall Major, which I met Jim Marshall years ago. And he actually, Pete Townsend and John Entwistle went to Mr. Marshall and said, hey, Mr. Marshall, we love your amplifiers, but can you make it a bit louder? And so he said, sure. He goes,
yes,
I'll make a 200 watt. So he made the 200 watt, and it's just incredible.
It goes to 11.
It goes to 22, I say.
22.
That
was the tone at the top of the hour. News, traffic, weather, and sports back in 15. Okay, you were telling the phone the other day that you heard that John Marshall would not give any of these acts free amps, which I would, if you were the Beatles and you just sent them your instruments, my God, you couldn't pay for that publicity. But John Marshall would not give anybody free amps, right?
What I heard, I always heard that. And I met him, and he didn't want to meet me, but I went up to him. My friend says, hey, you're never going to get a chance to meet him again, so you might as well say hello. So I went up to him. Oh, hi, Mr. Marshall. I really love your amplifier. He says, oh, that's great. I'm sure everybody loves this amplifier.
Yeah.
But I had two other amps years ago. I had the JMP, and I actually had the Plexi, which were really good. And they went way up in value. But this 1969 is unbelievable. It's the best sounding amp I ever had. I played it at the presidential convention this summer, and it just sounded unbelievable. Then when I was setting it up with Big and Rich and Panic Stricken, they're like, "Oh no, they saw the Flying V and they saw that amp. They're like, no, you're playing with us." So I 5-minute blues jam with those guys.
So wait a minute, John. Are teeth your first love? Is building models your first love? Is playing the guitar? What's your first love?
You know, the thing of it is, somebody always asked me that, and I always said, you know, the teeth is a lot easier because I know the results. I know what's going to happen. It's very predictable. I've done 185,000 cases in the last 41 years, and I know what's going to happen. Guitar, it's kind of like working with this iPad. You don't know if it's going to work. You don't know if it's going to go out. You know, it's kind of like you're like Lindbergh. You don't know if you're going to make it. You know, so,
right. It's like this show every Friday.
Or if you're singing. Oh, your show is great. And when when you're singing, you don't know. Sometimes you have a good day when you can sing. Sometimes you don't. So the guitar, it's very exciting, but it's very unpredictable because you don't know what's going to happen. But you always put new strings on the guitar. They say. My buddy Dave Urick told me that, and I've been taking his advice, and I did that. And this is the guitar I played on NBC with. This is the Ovation, and it's number 3 of 30 made. So we played on America's Got Talent and won the top 20 of 10,000 acts with that guitar. Playing Casa Diablo, the song that I wrote, and we had a lot of fun. Art Shear played with us, and Victor Varjan and Brina, and we just had such a great time. It was a lot of fun.
All right.
I'm thinking that down the road a piece, we're going to end up doing a live show from Matt's barn.
Yeah.
And our friends John from Bon Journeyed and Oh Yes.
And bring John in. Yeah.
We got to be part of it. Brian, I mean.
Well, we've been doing the Trans-Siberian Orchestra for WGN the last, I don't know how many years we've been doing it. And Blue Christmas, you can see the videos on there. But it's a lot of fun. I can't wait to. I talked to this one gal. I just shot her a message, and she's a professional singer, Michelle and she's always at Ravinia, and we were on Ravinia too. I think we sent you the disc, but we're hoping to do maybe a thing with the chorus, do Ode to Joy or Trans-Siberian, Carol of the Bells with the whole chorus would be really fun. So I'm trying to figure something out for
Yeah,
But,
John, we'll get you to play with. Oh yes, I think Leslie, that's a good idea.
I
and we'll
think
do
Brian turned it into hell yes at
Yes,
this
we will
meeting.
do that.
So yes.
John,
Hell
thank
yeah.
you. Appreciate
Oh my
it.
Hey,
goodness.
George.
Hey,
George
thanks so
said to
much.
ask him about his Aston Martin.
Oh, I love Aston Martins. I had
You own an
three of them.
Aston Martin.
Yeah, I used to have, I had three. I've got one now. I had a DB6. That was the first one, serial number 2720, a 1966. It was really cool. And it was actually in a film when Queen Elizabeth visited the Aston Martin factory. But then it kind of went up in value a lot, and I had to sell it because I wanted to get this Countach. It was a Lamborghini.
Nice.
And then that doubled in price.
Nice
So I sold
Countach.
that. And then I had a DB7 after that. I drove it for about 17 years, and it was a great car. And I just sold that about a year ago. But now I went to dinner with the Aston Martin guys, and they said, okay, I said, what's your favorite engine? And I thought for sure they're going to tell me it's the Mercedes engine. They said, nope, the 12-cylinder Aston. They said that engine will run underwater. So he says, you find one, you bring it in. So I brought it over there. I found one, and he checked it over 3 times. Greg Lupa, great guy. We might do his tea too. But
John, I think that the summation of all this is the dental industry is very, very good for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the luckiest guy in the world because, you know, we're just working on a full mouth case today, upper and lower, all zirconia, upper and lower, because, you know, it's not good. You can die from one tooth infection. I have my friends, I've lost a lot of friends from one tooth infection. So if you ever see like a little pimple around your gum, call us right away. You got to be on antibiotics. As long as you're on antibiotics, you're okay. But otherwise, you get endocarditis around your heart, and boy, you end up in a hospital. So it's very, very dangerous.
What's your dental company? What's the website?
ChoiceDentalLaboratory.com. And I'm all over Facebook. We put a lot of stuff on Facebook. We have a lot of happy clients come in and do testimonials, which is a lot of fun. But
John,
the best thing you could do is use a water pick every night. You know, Listerine, half distilled water, then half hydrogen peroxide and half water, and get one of those circulating toothbrushes.
Oh.
And that's the best thing you can do. And get the kids to do that, and you'll be good.
All right, John. Appreciate it. We'll be in touch.
Oh, please.
Thanks, buddy.
We're going to have you back.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry this thing screwed up on me. I can't believe it.
No, we're fine.
No worries.
Nobody got killed.
Love you guys. All right,
thanks,
so
John.
much.
John Koziol. And that guy, we got to hang with that guy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, we have run into so many incredible people thanks to this wacky little podcast that we do. And holy schmockles, he's on the he's definitely going to be part of the
okay,
mix.
Leslie, I notified the affiliates down the line. We're going to run late here. Let's take care of business. We have to. And the first would be Bettenhausen Automotive, Alan.
It's the Bettenhausen blowout sale going on now at Bettenhausen Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Tinley Park. During the Black Friday sales event, hurry in and save $13,000 off a new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Save $9,000 off a new Jeep Wrangler. Get a new Jeep Compass for only $24,995. Delivered with no hassle, no haggle, and a no salespeople buying experience. Showroom never closes at BettenhausenCDJR.com.
And we'd like to welcome, do you want to do the Tree Time commercial now, Alan?
Everything Christmas, treetime.com.
Yeah, my trees from Tree Time and me are pre-lit. So that's got to go that way. I love Tree Time. We'll have Lori on, I believe, next Friday to talk about Tree Time.
Super cool.
All right.
Oh, they gave us a great tour of the shop last time they were on. That was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and we're back with Tree Time. Glad to have them. And David Hochberg will tell you about mortgages and things. And with the rates going up, down, all around, you got to call him for the free consultation. That's what they do. He's licensed in 43 states, and he's good. He saves you money. All right, let's do some stories, and then we'll give away stuff.
You know, I teased a couple of stories this morning on our pre-show, but let's just do one. And it's the one that got me thinking when John started showing his U505. A group of Norwegian fishermen were looking to catch some halibut, but ended up hooking something much bigger, a 300-foot nuclear submarine. The USS Virginia was traveling just below the surface in the waters off the coast of Norway when a net the young fishermen were using got caught in its propeller. The sub dragged this net for 2 nautical miles before its crew realized what was going on and cut it loose. The crew of the boat actually were completely unaware of the situation until they were notified by the U.S. Coast Guard. No harm, just one ruined net.
And right now, John Koziol is making a model of that submarine.
Out of like
Okay.
titanium and zinc
and here's the other thing. Captain Phillips was on the cable last night, and I was watching part of that. And I got to tell you, when our Navy shows up to rescue him in that little whistle boat that he's in with our favorite actor of all time, Barkhad Abdi.
Abdi, yes.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
really should be in more things. Yes,
he really should. He's a star. But when you
Has
see all
Hallmark
the
kept him yet? Wouldn't
Hallmark
that be
should have him. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I am the Christmas of the future.
Whatever.
When you see our equipment, our Navy equipment, I got a chubby. I mean, oh God, we have so much good equipment. I love
Let's
it.
get some more. So anyway, I say we just do the giveaway. We're
Let's
an
do
hour
it.
and 12
Alan,
minutes.
I know this is a bonus show. Alan, you want to hit the button?
Hashtag
Let's find the
buffering.
music.
Let's find the music. Here we go. Hashtag buffering. Yeah. Okay. Who's going to win all that stuff? Only the computer knows. And it is Andy, the Andy Dearer Show. Andy's got a show. Everybody has a show. We all have a show. Andy, here's what you should do. Alan, tell Andy what to do.
Andy, send your mailing address to Garry Meier Show at GarryMeier.com or text it to 773. There it is, 773-888-2157. Regular charges apply, and Leslie will go down to the post office, and the post office will get it to you eventually.
Once again, Sammy, your prize should be arriving tomorrow. And wait, Andy did explain what the Andy Dearer Show was, and it, doggone it, now I've lost it.
Is,
and should be, and well.
It is a show?
Yeah, I'll find out more. We'll talk about it this week.
We'll talk about it. We will. All right, here comes the cannoli down the aisle. It's delicious and complimentary. Please take it. What does it look like, Alan? Yeah, it's delicious. Look at it. Nice cannoli. What about the schnauzer this weekend as we head into the post-supermoon?
Honestly, if you bring your schnauzer out in a supermoon, it casts a shadow. I don't know if you realize that, but it does. Go ahead, try it. See.
Okay. Happy birthday, Ryan. I'll think about you Sunday at the supper club. And we'll talk to you Monday.
I'll take him out to dinner next week or the week after. I promise.
We all will. We will make this right. 3 in the green, gear is down, flaps are down. The voice of the globe, America's podcast, the GarrForce, has landed.
And that's all the news and nonsense for this week, GarrForce. Thank you for streaming.
If you like that, I got other stuff I think you're going to like. This is the GarrForce.
Please be sure to like and share the show on all of your social networks.
More eyeballs.
If you're not already a subscriber, show your support by subscribing to GarrForceLIVE YouTube channel. For those watching a replay, that button is right here. All the rest of our episodes, right here.
Boom.
Hello?
Shakalaka.
Did you click something?